Welcome back, everybody. It's the final 8 of this Seattle Snooker Open Championship 2024, and boy, do we have a beautiful match to finish day 2. Charlie Brown, coming from Canada, the 2018 BC Open champion, taking on the 2022 Seattle Snooker Open champion, CCU. So a little border battle here, Canada versus America. We're up on BIlliards Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV channels. Tune us in, share the stream, smash the likes, all that good stuff, because this is going to be a great match. Winner of this goes on to the Final Four tomorrow. Loser, unfortunately, goes home. It's David Burney in the booth, and I'm joined along with Christian Youngers in the booth.
How's it going? How's it going? Ready to rock and roll. Quarterfinal action. Don't know if these players have actually matched up against each other. I don't think in Vancouver they didn't in BC Open, right? Neither have they played here, I don't think. This will be an interesting matchup.
Yes, because most have gone quite the distance. Yeah, it seems like always CC and Charlie were on the opposite sides of the bracket at the BC Open. So yeah, this might be one of their first head-to-head matches here. But both are aware of each other's abilities, that's for sure. So there's not going to be no real careless shot making here. Everything's going to be calculated. It's almost going to be like whoever gets in, what can they do with it? So it's nice red there by CC. Nice touch there. Pretty much glued his cue ball to the brown. The one where Charlie has is that those reds act as one big red pretty much down there. If you could just find the angle just to roll into them ever so gently. Go back. So Charlie has 2 more attempts. Ruling pretty much leading up to the final in this tournament. 3 attempts on a foul and a miss. Really where he wanted to put it is he's left a free ball on for CC, or CC can put Charlie back in. So it looks like he's nominating the green ball for his free ball. See if he can get a good green acting as the red. Come back on the blue with an angle to go into the pack. It wasn't meant to be. Do let us know in the chat if you have any comments or questions. Let us know where you're tuning in from. Always good debates happen in the chat room. Everyone's here to enjoy the great snooker, and some interesting questions come arise. So don't be shy. Very nicely done there by Charlie Brown. That's definitely a shot that's going to give him some good confidence after giving up those 12 penalty points to start the frame.
Raymond Fung in the chat. How's it going? Tom Tan as well. Some U.S. national players. I think those guys were here at Ox a couple years ago for the U.S. nationals we hosted. Runner-up, Mr. Raymond Fung. Over on our second match table, Stephen Wong is back in town, trying to take another title from Ox Billiards.
Looks like Charlie's just got enough room to get on this pink into the left middle.
Yeah, black up table. Unless the pink spot is fully covered, if it respots where the pink goes is going to be difficult to put on a big break, I imagine. Div Walker is in the chat. What's up, Div Walker? How are you? We're still in town till tomorrow. So pink definitely on.
It's got that red to the left side of the table that's out in the open. Get a good angle to play for the green into the right middle. Looking to play up for the blue. It's got on the right side. The natural angle. Down to the reds. It's definitely a pretty big victory for Charlie if he's able to take it, as CC was a runner-up last year. Charlie was hoping to have a good campaign last year, but unfortunately in his first knockout match he drew the very tough Canadian Brady Golan. Unfortunately Brady's up in Alberta these days and it's quite a travel for him, as we've missed him down here at this tournament. As well as Ross Braston. We wish he could have come down, but looks like he had scheduled a little fishing trip with his son. I think hopefully maybe when this tournament comes back next year, it might be a bit more in the season, might not be in the summer months, because a lot of people do like to go on summer vacations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think there were a lot of reasons why it ended up being shifted this year, but definitely before this time, I imagine it happening. But I'll talk to Mike and see what the plan is for future Seattle Snooker Opens coming up. It's our 3rd annual. We're going to have to start keeping track of the numbers. 3rd annual, 4th annual. Just going to leave him in.
Yeah, just noticing in the early onset, it just definitely seems like Charlie's not wanting to risk anything. CC took quite a big shot there, and unfortunately he wasn't able to make it. Whereas Charlie's last shot, it looked like he might have been able to cut something in, but if he was to miss it, he was definitely going to leave CC in the balls.
Yeah, it kind of tells you your one player decides to pass on a makeable pot, and the other player decides to take on an even tougher one that was passed on previously. Definitely tells you a little different demeanor too. Maybe the lead too has a little bit to do with it. But Charlie did come a little bit more recently off of a match compared to CC, who played this morning. Finished up quick, so come.
can just kind of.
Taking yellow here. Gonna try to clear up the bulk end of the table. A little bit quick on that backswing, I feel, compared to earlier. Felt a little bit jumpy, almost not quite as smooth of a backstroke as he normally has.
Chris, this definitely does have the makings of a final. Any other day you would think Charlie Brown going against CCU would be a final in a tournament, but no, this is just the quarterfinals right now, if you can believe it.
Yeah,
That's
quarters, yeah.
That just shows you how rich the talent is in this Open. The finals is scheduled for tomorrow, I believe, at 5 p.m. Pacific time.
Around that time, yeah. 4 or 5 p.m., something like that. Best of 9 for the finals. So we're doing a best of 5s for the semis. It's going to be one table back to back to back. Uh-oh, watch out, Brown. He should be fine.
That's a good lead for CC. Really tough bridging. Coming over that pocket. Can't get a firm palm of your hand on any support. But very impressive. Long pot there by Charlie.
Yeah, the difference in that strike of the cue ball to the one that he missed on the yellow earlier, pretty apparent, I'd say. Starting to build a little lead here. Is Charlie not really ended up on a red though, so seems he's taking the strategy of pot some points, run away, pot some points, and run away. No big breaks required really to gain a lead.
Yeah, clipping off this red on the right side on the Open, come off the cushion, and definitely there's a brown in his future. No pun intended, Mr. Charlie Brown.
Yeah, tight, a little bit of a tight window, but you should be able to manipulate with a little bit of left-hand side. Get close to the corner. Don't go in off. Yeah, hit the. Would have hit the short rail, it looks like. It's the type of pot that I've seen CC make when it's not at risk, you know, when it's kind of a shot to nothing, doesn't leave anything on. And he went for it there. It's usually a big boost of confidence for him, I imagine.
Yeah, CC's taking on just a few more as opposed to Charlie. Just when he gets in that situation, he more refuses them and opts for the safety shot.
So Charlie doesn't want anything to do with these reds down without any high value colors on, or at least without the black on. And look at this safety here. Yikes.
Very nice snooker. But the big thing, CC should be able to get out of it. The only big thing is, where is he going to leave his cue ball? He knows Charlie's ability, so he doesn't want to leave an easy starter.
He's trying to come in behind this red, and he just freezes to the ball. Wow, what a shot. This might be touching. It's going to be hard to tell.
Yeah, the players aren't saying anything, so I think there's just probably just a hair of a gap between object ball and cue ball there, Christian. So
Yeah, it looks like definitely a gap there, at least on our camera view. Clipping off the One farther up table, trying to get in behind that black again. It's not in behind, but it's his second prize. CC going to be bridging over this black slightly. I guess probably won't be if he's going to one cushion escape again, or two cushions in behind.
This has got to go. Ooh, it just kind of rolled a little bit at the end there. Almost rolled in, almost got the American roll there for CC. So we'll just make a little bit of adjustment, just a fraction more of pace. Just be successful on this shot. Also have to keep a close little eye on CC, as when he came in this morning he had a 10 a.m. match and had a little bit of his allergies were kicking in. So it seems that his eyes were a little bit puffy and swollen at the beginning of the day. It seems like he's probably taken some medication and it's calmed down, but you know, you never know how these little things can play with a player's emotions. Ooh, he hit the yellow.
Yeah, wow. Trying to go off the left edge of that. Maybe that red just left of the pink, looks like. I have to pull it up on the video for them. Pretty close.
Yep, both players agree, so not bad. Great though. Has left an opener for CC.
Yeah, I think any one of these two reds into the right middle. I think really the one sort of the middle of the Orion's belt that you can see there. Yeah.
Yeah, I just run through just ever so slightly as he's got the pink into the opposite middle pocket, or runs it with some pace and he's got the blue.
I think I like running with pace, like you said, just because it makes the pot less sensitive to the nap, and you also get to kind of stroke through the ball a bit more. I think he's opting for brown since it's over the pocket. Leads naturally down table a little bit easier than up into bulk with the blue, and he's at least on one red. Although these might have covered each other to the right corner now. Top of the bunch.
Sure, I don't think the red that he wanted, that red on the left side, and the open is on, but I think you're right that he was playing for one of those two reds that was below the pink.
Gonna have to use the rest now. He is right-handed, but it's a bit of a stretch. Yeah, you can't go that far, so. Gotta be careful not to cannon into this red along the top cushion. Should be straightforward to roll this in with a top spin, maybe a touch of left-hand side. Come around for pink or blue. Yeah. Stun line was not on to hit that red, so
It's a very nice rest shot.
perfect speed, yeah.
Yep, beautiful weight, beautiful shape on the blue. Obviously that the two reds below the pink, one on the right, definitely will pass that and go in the top left. Just a nice little delicate shot here.
I think they must, the two lower reds must go to the left corner then. Problem is, I think he's lacking some angle on this middle red of the top one of the pair on the bottom nearest the black. Can take a much steeper cut on this red closest to the cue ball, but it's going to be sending it up for bulk end, which might be a bit safer. Play for black in the worst case. I think I like going, taking the pace all the way up and playing for brown or black there. Just came a bit short of pace to hold it. It's a nice roll-up attempt here too, because he'd stick him kind of in the middle of the table, which might be a bit more difficult to aim any kick shots. And two balls to hide behind.
Yeah, it would have been a tough green, but the rewards of getting that green would be very profitable. I think I like how CC just took his medicine. He's kind of realizing that. He was taking some wild shots on earlier. You know, it's gonna be in tough. Charlie's brought his A game.
It's gonna be short.
This probably will be coming back. And just wants to nestle just nice and snug to that red that's on the top cushion.
Again, once again, short, same line. I think what can happen sometimes is if you hit it a bit softer, you'll end up on the same line even if you hit down lower on the cushion, or higher up on the cushion, I mean. Just got to hit that higher point in the cushion with a bit more pace. But to get it to nestle, like you said, he's going to have to go way higher. And this is still off. So maximum foul points there awarded to CC.
Yeah, that's twice in this frame. There's, look at that. You might have seen that. Those legs crossing your screen of a man with crutches. That man is Mike Dominguez. Look at him. His leg is in a cast. He's got crutches, and he's still in here champion on, helping Jamie run the tournament and make sure everything's going along smoothly here at Ox. Dynamite work ethic, Mike. We all salute you.
Oh, dynamite pot there too. Catches the jaw and comes back out of position. Okay, he's got pink to yellow pocket, but a bit unfortunate. He was playing for black there. Let's see, we got some side-by-side action we can pull up here as well. TV table 2, we have Stephen Wong and Alex Newstead playing as well. Looks like they're in a close frame. Stephen Wong at the table. Currently on a break of 9, it looks like. It's a little.
Tried the thin cut on that pink. Only saving grace, he's putting distance between object and next red ball for Charlie.
Stephen Wong, look at that breakout on the right-hand side of your screen. Great shot. Does doubles up though on the 2 reds, so we'll definitely keep track of that match as we're going. Got 2 other matches up in the corners of the room, and don't know exactly what those statuses of those are. McCluskey versus Sawant, and Quay versus, what was our last Morgan, is that right?
Kevin Quay is going against Connor Morgan, yes. Right. And Andrew McCluskey against Prathamesh Sawant. Yes, Connor does come from Canada. That's where he's living now, but he originally comes from Ireland, so not a true Canadian like Charlie Brown with maple syrup in his veins. Connor is kind of a transplant. He's got a little bit of potato in him, being an Irishman.
Potato, huh?
Or potato.
Or potato. I think the score might, and the room might be the wrong scoreboard video. Oh, I'm missing a red, I think.
Oh, this is gonna go.
Has a chance, and it drops. Charlie back to his seat there. He's ready to get up and take this on. Where the cue ball lies, a little tough to go for this rollout. I think you still have to. Onto the pink. They are kind of lined up. I almost prefer going to roll up against the green or get close to the green, kind of like he did, because that way the blue is eclipsing the yellow a bit better.
Yeah, just annoying that you have to negotiate the green. One cushion obviously is tricky, but brown won't be in the way of that. Well played shot there. Black sure is in some nice place for snookers on our feature table.
Didn't manage to get the snooker there, CC. Stephen Wong has a chance for a frame-winning clearance here. That last red, black, yellow's available. All the colors are in the open. Went for the 3 cushion middle, Charlie Brown, and almost knocks it in. But a good cue ball. Gonna leave distance.
Not what CC wanted. He might be fortunate that this is straight on, but
yeah, that's end of frame then on TV table 2. Stephen Wong takes it against Alex Newstead, goes 1-0 up. We're going to be checking in on that match every once in a while to keep you guys tuned in. So this is pretty straight then, huh? From our vantage point, we can kind of see it. And a little bit of pocket cheat at least. A lot of topspin, unfortunately.
It didn't shoot up too much, so.
Does it pass this blue? Don't.
It does, because I can see from our commentating booth that it does go, but it's very tight.
The way he shoots this, though, if he shoots it at the far jaw and, you know, rolls it in, the nap can kind of help nudge it toward the center of the pocket. It's a bit more of a speed timing shot than to get position on the brown. Probably not worth it. I don't know if I like the safety attempt here. Didn't send the cue ball far enough up table. This is potable. Oh, CC normally so good with the rest. Figured he was a favorite to make that.
Decent enough pace on it that it didn't rattle on the jaws of the opposite corner pocket. It's popped out fair enough to make a obviously very tricky pot for Charlie.
Yeah, this is one that can go wrong as well. If he's a little bit elevated, doesn't want to catch it uber thin, can leave it over the pocket. I feel like going for it here though, because if you ever catch the top cushion jaw first, you can often jaw the pocket and have it spit out along the top cushion back at where you came. Oh, but he hit it so close, and that's the only way it ends up over the pocket like that.
I think with him taking on that green, he knows that CC does need the blue, and the blue's in a very tricky position over there. Didn't want to leave it sitting over the pocket, that's for sure, but...
Ooh, caught it thin.
Oh.
And where's this cue ball?
Oh.
Wow. So tight as these pockets are to make balls, they're also difficult to go in off on, it seems. Fortunate there. 13 ahead. Still needs the blue as his frame ball, but if he manages to get the brown, it'll be a comfortable lead. And this is it thick.
Yeah, it's out in the open. Does have to deal with about 9 feet of wool cloth, Charlie does. So lots of distance here.
What a pot. And he zipped it with a bunch of right-hand side, trying to break the blue out. Don't know if he was actually going for that pot, the amount of spin he put on that ball. My goodness.
Yeah, but that's maybe just a shot to nothing. But it's a shot to a nightmare for Charlie Brown. How often do we see it when you make a shot worthy of kings, and then the result of that shot is that you've left yourself in a snooker? Self-inflicted. We commented that on a few matches ago. That you don't have a problem sometimes when you play your match, you play your game, and you just lose to a better opponent. It's not that hard of a loss. When you start making unforced errors, that's when it gets a little frustrating.
He's missed it wide. Sorry, short, I guess. 2 cushions too far.
Wait till it stops, CC.
Ooh.
That's
That's questionable.
kind of close. Yep. I'd almost end the instance of fair play If I was Charlie, I'd almost be like, hey, remember, you know, make sure that ball stops. As well, sometimes when an in and off is going, you see some players, you know, they'll put their hand in the pocket and not let the cue ball drop in. That's a 7-point foul.
Oh, really? To pick up the cue ball as you're striking any ball?
If it's going an in off into the pocket and you don't let it drop into the pocket.
Wow.
Hmm.
63-44. Now snookers are required. Only one though. And where does pink and brown lie? Both are not in bad positions. I think pink a little bit easier maybe to get off second cushion into the line. You can get him behind it as well between the on the ball and concedes it there.
So kind of interesting first frame. They're tactical and stuff like that. I don't think we expected any different. Both players did have chances, but it was really actually CC who laid a couple of good snookers on Charlie. As Charlie sacrificed 24 penalty points, it'd be a whole different game if he had got out of them on this first attempt. So as they set up frame 2, we'll just jump over to Alex Newstead and Stephen Wong in their quarterfinal match. Alex at the table.
It's like first frame has gone to Steven off of that last red semi-clearance to close out the first frame. And now Steven at the table, gonna try to put on a lot of points here. I think CC's ready to go. Frame 2 action, main table.
To pull up a fraction of a bit. I mean, uber critical there, but yeah, been a fantastic break. It slowed up just behind that green for CC.
I think a bit of frustration there from Charlie. Deciding to take that red on. We mentioned at the start of the previous frame he was quite composed and very tactical with his offensive decisions. He was giving up a lot of pots that maybe you think he would go for. In the start of this frame, it's kind of shifted in the opposite direction. I don't know if it's just frustration or difficult to say.
Now I've seen the mini butt. I've seen the telescopic extension. But CC seems to have like a mini butt telescope extension. It's a small little guy.
A compressed telescopic extension. I guess you don't need the mini butt in that case. You just use that. And look at this cannon on the pink. He's on. What a fortunate line to get on. That was.
Looks like a great tool. I think I got to buy one of those if he's gonna make shots like that.
Yeah, I think you're right. Let's invest in one of those. Let us know where everyone's tuning in from too. If you guys want to like and subscribe, if you like the content, share the stream out. I think we're trying to grow our YouTube channel as well. So if you guys are watching on YouTube especially, drop us a like or a subscription. That definitely helps us out a lot. Oh, he's overcut it. But what red was he playing for, I wonder? Maybe playing for the points. Aaron Singh in the Facebook chat, rooting for Charlie Brown, his fellow Canadian. Oh, look at this, he's fluked a red. Don't know if you realized, but he potted a red off of that glance.
He just had a memory lapse there.
Yeah, he can get to this pink, I think, too.
That just goes to tell you, sometimes you just get so disgusted at your last shot, you just don't even want to look at the table. But little do you know, a ball has found the bottom of the pocket.
I think I had one of those in my frame as well. You just glance off the stack, you're like, hey, my cue ball's good, and then you don't actually pay attention to where the rest of the reds ended up. It was comical. Oof, unlucky there.
He might be over that little triangle of 3 reds. That red just to the right of it. Into the left middle. Obviously tough from our vantage point.
Yeah, it's unlucky. Unlucky not to get on the one out in the open near the pink. I figured that was going to be a gimme.
I think that red is there. Just the problem is really the position afterwards, or the color isn't desirable.
It's a touchy shot, and he's potted it. A little wobble, but he's good. So a big moment there, that fluke.
True.
Opportunity now for getting a few points on the board. Oh no.
We just got ahead of ourselves. It's going to shout out to our friends in Campbellford, Ontario. That's ground control for Charlie Brown fandom.
Oh yeah, okay. Campbellford. I don't know if I've heard of Campbellford before. Quite the collection of words there. Campbellford. Campbellton, I feel like I've heard of that maybe, but yeah, it was a I think Alex Newstead on table 2 just finished up a 22 break. Steven at the table. He's going for the double here. Just playing the cue ball up table. Yeah, safety. As long as this pink is over the left corner pocket, it's going to be a lot of glances off of the reds, pushing the stack slowly to the left of the table. Oh, Charlie decided to double kiss and just roll up to this red. Which I don't know if it leaves this one to the top of the bunch into the left middle. Maybe it's a bit of a bait shot, I don't know. Definitely goes.
It's there.
Yeah, great pot. Is he on the pink? He at least has the cushion first. If he still wants to take it on, but he's going to be running into these two probably in the cluster, or at least getting close depending on how thin the contact is.
True, and I think the pink does go back on its spot, so that red just to the left of the black is there for the taking.
Potted it and kind of bananaed the shot a little bit too much topspin. Ended up holding it closer to the pocket. I think he was just trying to hold for the loose red nearest the black spot to the right corner. So now he's going to take on this long attempt. I like taking the corner here only because the one to middle leaves a bit of a chance for your opponent, but if you're potting him like that, why not take the middle? I think was playing for black as well. Would have been nice to respot it, get the table back in order, but now looks like a long blue. Stun run through, or just follow it down for the loose red we talked about earlier. No, didn't even play shape for the reds. So now a rest shot.
Yeah, a little maybe clip off the left of those two reds by the top cushion. Take two cushions, come back into bulk.
Just gonna leak out. Almost had that glancing in off the green. Would have been maybe another fuse to light a fire, but slower scoring game this one compared to our previous frame.
Yeah, a lot of respect for these two players. They know the history of each other, so they don't want to give them any easy chance to get in and get a profitable break. They're trying to make their opponent earn it.
Besides the black, though, fairly tidy the table. Not too many reds up table. Now, as I say that, though, he pushes one up there, but not for long. It's a good shot, tight to the bulk cushion.
Yeah, CC's got to worry about the flick off the red On that little triangle, if he takes the right side, he might cannon into a red, so he might go to the left side of it.
Oh, he hit it perfect, though. Watch out the in-off. That glance. It was close again. Yikes. Both like hitting that line, I guess, near the green.
Yeah, they're dancing with danger.
Trying to see if we get an update on other tables. See Prathamesh and Kevin both at their respective table. We'll see when the scoreboard updates who's on what.
What's on second? Go through
Who's
that
on
routine?
first? What about third? Home plate?
How? I think it is. Who, what, where, and how, or something like that.
How is that? Yeah.
Definitely a fantastic routine by Abbott and Costello.
A classic. Okay, so it looks like Andrew McCluskey leading his match against Prathamesh Sawant 42 to 40 in the second frame over there.
And Charlie's just waiting for Connor Morgan to take his shot on the adjacent table.
Don't know what Connor's match is at. I'm going to have to do some camera work to figure out their scoreboard. We'll keep you guys posted once I figure it out.
Very nice putt there by Charlie. You're risking to take that black into the top left. He's just going to grind him out. Charlie, good friends with the grinder, the great Cliff Thorburn.
Believe Kevin and Connor's match on our second table has first frame in Connor's favor, but I believe second frame is in Kevin's direction, leading by 10 points with the pink and black remaining on the table. So close second frame.
Yeah, definitely a lot of great action here. Kind of just in the early sets, all quarterfinal matches have a frame on the board. So if you're in the Seattle area, come on down to Ox Billiards at 1432 Broadway or in the Capitol Hill District. Admission is free, the drinks are cool, and the action on the table is hot.
You can see in the back of the room, Kevin there shooting on the pink. Last two balls remaining in that frame. I think second frame over there, and Connor Morgan has won the first one. But pink ball game. I think any ball to pot for Kevin would take it for him. Safeties back and forth here.
Mm-hmm.
This red so close to this right corner pocket makes it difficult to get the cue ball in and around those jaws. So constantly going to be pushing the reds closer and closer to the lower right part of the table and off there. Don't know if it's the worst foul in terms of that it won't lead to many scoreable points, although it does give him a shot to nothing. Charlie Brown can shoot at this red just below the blue.
Nothing but net. How many times do we see when a player is taking their cue ball and hitting an object ball, hitting the cushion, it rattles in jaws, it spits it out. But as soon as a white ball goes near the pocket and rattles in the jaws, it falls all the time.
Yeah. I guess besides the one that rattled for CC the other last frame, we've seen a few in-offs already since then. And it tends to, some might say, be attracted to it. So roll up here for Charlie. Gonna put CC in a bit of a pickle.
I don't know. No, Reds are in a precarious position. Charlie had a chance maybe just to add a little extra 7 points to his score. Good hit by CC. It might have just popped up just a bit too much. No, yeah, he's all right.
So yeah, match update on the back table. Looks like Kevin did take that frame down. So Kevin Quay is tied 1-1 against Connor Morgan. Back left match table.
Same with Andrew McCluskey and Prathamesh Sawant. Looks like they're tied at 1 apiece.
Nice. And then our secondary match table here, second streaming table. Alex Newstead is leading the second frame against Stephen Wong, so we might have a 1-1 tie across the board if Charlie and Alex both win these frames as they stand. Alex with a good deep snooker here on Stephen Wong, making him kick multiple rails. That's always what you like to see for the snooker. And watch out, pink. Points being awarded. 35 on the table. Means one more snooker foul points awarded would put Stephen in the snooker's required stage. So pretty important for him to hit this red on this attempt. Looks like he's going for 3 cushions around. Has to come wider of the pink. Come underneath this red. Don't know if he can have the line to go 2 rails directly at the red. And pink foul points is going to be snookers required. Safety from CC. Oh, this red going to be close to the pocket, but Stephen Wong is in snookers required, so don't imagine he's going to be potting this if he can help it. Best time to play for snookers is I feel like when that last red is left, gives you maximum number of blockers and minimum number of balls to hide from, which is nice. It's also free ball potential as well. A lot of good things with the last red left in the table situation.
Any time is a good time to lay a snooker.
That's true. Almost potted that down the cushion, Alex Newstead. I think
In or over the pocket is still okay. Probably want to sink it, but he's forcing Steven to pot it without access to the black might be a good choice as well. Oh, caught the jaw. Steven gonna leave a chance on for the red. And there it goes. Alex Newstead on TV table 2 on the right. Pots that last red. Doesn't need to even lay up probably, and end of frame there. So tied up 1-1, all over the place. Let's see if Charlie Brown can get this frame to make it a, but not even a hat trick, make it a quad. Shows you how good the matchups are now in this stage of the tournament, quarterfinals. No one really running away with it.
Wow. Great shot there by Charlie.
Great pot.
A little bit of drawback just to be nice on the pink. And come off the cushion and be on that red. Right by the pink, because the pink's going to go back on its spot. Oh, he went really up high.
I feel like he might have wanted to nudge it almost on that. Why he got so close to the red too, because had he flicked that red, it definitely would have been on to the same pocket with about a half ball flick. So a little bit more work to do. I think it.
Thin clip on that rightmost red of the 5 on the top.
Charlie Brown saying goodbye to Dan Louis earlier, as right before he went for that red. Maybe got a little bit of that magic rubbed off on him. Previous 9-ball world champion Dan Louis. I believe what, 1973 or 76? I forget exactly when.
Wow. The Louis charm.
Famous around these parts of the country, Pacific Northwest of the United States. Been a good pool player for a very long time. We're going to convince him to play in the Seattle Snooker Open 2025 edition, I think. Let's see if we can get him out here.
That's good. We had him up for the 2024 BC Open.
Oh, that's right. He did play. Him and Clay Belvoir went up to Vancouver, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. Oh, I was going to say the in-off is not the worst thing there, but
Rattling the jaws is.
yeah, rattling the jaws does leave this on. Yikes. Spot is on.
Got a little angle on this black.
I think he goes for the cannon. I don't think he can hold to roll forward and hold on the right side of the table. I don't know if this red is potable to the right corner nearest the pink, so I think he's going to have to just roll either past the cluster or try to run into the ones down at the bottom. Yikes.
Hey Chuck, thanks for tuning in all the way from Motor City. If you go to oxbilliards.com and click on the tab for the Seattle Snooker Open, I believe there you'll find all the prize payouts, all the rules, all the particulars about this great tournament. So check it out at oxbilliards.com and just click on the Seattle Snooker Open. And you should find an update of all the information you need.
Looks like a first place payout of $2,700 United States. Yeah, $2,700 is not bad.
And now we're going to get into these messy little reds.
And with the frame score pretty even too, it's anyone's frame still. I wonder how crucial brown and green being tied up table is going to matter. There's still plenty of snooker in this frame, so probably not much. I imagine something will cannon into them off of a safety or something. But something to keep an eye on, maybe. I almost like going cushion first on this to catch it a little bit thinner even, but did well there. The red squirted out and back into the stack so as to not leave a pot on. Just looking at the plant, isn't he? A little risky because of where the cue ball is going to be running into. Definitely will be. You have to imagine he's leaving a red on if he goes for this plant. So do or die shot, it feels like. He takes it on.
I'm having a good long stare at it. I don't know if I don't think he likes it that much. A little shake of the head. So it looks like he might.
Ooh.
It's definitely a shot he'd like to have back.
Yeah, missed the ball completely, or how I like to say, he cut it just a bit too thin. Came in behind. So now a chance for a couple of loose reds possibly for CC. Black is not available, but pink close enough. Warrants chance for at least a double-digit break, I imagine. Getting on the pink here is going to be crucial, though. What angle you have will give you a do-or-die chance for the break. Decided to play up above it, and it's going to come short. Even though these middles are tough, I almost like just screwing back a bit and playing it to left middle, but you have to get right in behind it almost, it feels.
Nice pink there. Small little walls being built up there in the bulk area. So it definitely looks like you can hide behind possibly the green and brown. Oh, but he's brought a red up with him. Just a sneak nudge up to this brown for the snooker. Got to hit something. Slow down. Unfortunate enough how he kissed off that yellow. Didn't leave the red. It's not Charlie's favorite shot, but it's not entirely difficult. Has to deal with the blue a little bit, obviously. Being a left-hander, he wouldn't have to be thinking about that blue.
Wow.
Bad two-way shot, yeah. He's nicely on the block there. Bunch of parties left to CC with a rather mid to long red to the top right.
This is kind of the nice angle you like to sight the ball at too. It's a bit, you know, fuller than half ball contact. You can see both the pocket and the red in the same line of sight. Just jaws the pocket.
Yeah.
They're playing tight.
Oh, they didn't seem that tight pockets for you last night, Christian. You're hitting them off the lampshades, left-handed, right-handed, middle-handed.
Yeah, maybe after a couple of cold beverages or something, but not today. Wasn't not the same. I might as well have switched to right hand for the rest of the frame. Maybe it would have gone better. No, but I think it's a pretty clear difference too. Once you're at this stage of the tournament, everyone at this level kind of has an innate minimum potting threshold. You know, they're making a lot of these shots look easy.
There's the one exciting thing definitely about the amateur game is we all do like watching the program, but the amateur game, when a player gets on a good run, it can get really exciting.
Oh yeah.
Whereas the pro game, we're expecting them to miss, or expect them to make the high runs, and when they miss, that's when it throws us for a loop.
So it's like a bit of a reverse on the on the entertainment value of it. I see. Ooh, caught it thick. It's gonna get a good roll, I think. Not gonna expose this red. Only really leaves a slight edge of the two that are, you know, closest to the top cushion. So now you figure how green and brown are sitting. Might be nice to roll up behind it. James McCloskey asking any updates on Andy McCloskey game. 1-1 in that matchup. And they're in their third frame now. 1-2 in terms of points. So about as even as you can be without having just flipped a coin. So anyone's match over there. Essentially now a best of 3 to advance to the semifinals tomorrow.
Screen is not frozen. Do not adjust your sets. Just Charlie's deep in thought there.
Yeah, let's check on our second table. Looks like 18-0. Stephen Wong is leading in that one, and he's in amongst the balls now, but a little bit of a tricky red with the rest here to right corner. Apologies for the difference in color of the two tables. They have a little bit of a lighting difference where the cameras sit, so don't worry, they're identical tables. Another 1-1 match. It looks like our TV table really the only one that's framed behind, and my goodness, what a pot that was.
Yeah, he definitely gave it all the thought in the world and
Yeah,
willed it
holy
in.
smokes. A little bit of right-hand side as well. Jeez. It's a confidence builder for sure. This is a big pot here now because this red over the corner, over the middle leads nicely to pink.
Yeah, those reds down at the top end are open and available.
Real chance here then for Charlie to settle the frame score. So can overthink this red a little bit. I'm rolling this ball softly across the napkin. Tend to overcut it slightly as it approaches the red. So I almost like him to pot this with a bit more authority and come around the pink, maybe the same pocket, or down to the left middle pocket. Yeah, that's what he decided to do as well. Just helps with the speed. Line of aim is a little bit cleaner. You might even go for a corner here. I think just roll it in. Give yourself less use of the rest, maybe. No, he's still going to be stretching, so.
Yeah, Charlie not the tallest player in the tournament. So he learned how to use that rest, but he's quite proficient in it. Got a little shot to nothing here. Don't want a full kiss in the face on that yellow. Wouldn't mind a little flick left or right. So
hand on the table now for CC with a mid-range red. I think you just follow this up and down the table too, just to control your cue ball back into bulk or near the black maybe. It's a good pot. This naturally was going to come toward the brown a bit more, and
slight angle on the yellow to come back down table.
yeah, pretty straight it feels though. If you're bridging over the green here, I don't know if it's going to be worth going to play this position for the last red. For the blacks, it's an almost automatic snooker. I'm not saying it won't be an easy escape, but at least putting some distance between you and cue ball, object ball, would be nice. Only 9-point difference, so you're not really looking to necessarily clear up here, but depending on the cue power, he might have a chance to come up table. Looks like Stephen Wong has increased his lead on this third frame to 30 points. Back at the table with a chance at a red up to the right corner pocket, past the green. I think CC's taking this brown to right corner. Oh no, the roll up. Sorry, I totally missed that one. Oh, Steven leaving a shot on. Oof. Wanted to catch it full in the face, but where's the blue? I think he's flipped it here, yeah.
Yeah, it was his intention to just clip off it on two cushions and come up. That's a shot that Cliff Thorburn brought to the UK when he went over there.
Yeah, I imagine you. My first instinct would have been to play two cushions and hit it full and just kind of hold it there along the cushion. And I think that's a free ball technically, no?
Mm-hmm.
The pink is potable, I'm pretty sure, so. No, doesn't.
Put him back. That rolled a few more inches, I'm pretty sure. Charlie would have taken it on from there. So let's see how CC's second attempt goes. Charlie by 13 points. The second frame, match that he leads 1 frame to 0.
Originally he was going to go 2 cushions at it. Now he's looking at the 1 cushion escape. Oh, hit it.
Oh,
perfect. And he pots the ball into the corner. Wow. Talk about a response fluke, I guess, maybe. Both shots kind of with an intent to play safe or an intent to hit the ball. At that pace, you'd imagine, too. He knows there's a chance to make it. Great shot.
Yeah, he's on the doorstep now to steal this frame. Crushing to Charlie.
Yeah, it's a huge moment. Yeah, set up my instant replay for tomorrow so we capture those and can replay them. Stun run through, coming a little bit close to the rail. Still potable. A little bit risky though now because he's gonna have to roll this in to hold for the brown to left corner, or left middle, sorry. Don't think he wants to hit it very hard off the rail.
Yeah, it needs up to the pink too.
Yeah, that was a one across, one cushion. Good shot. Oh, must be off by 4 points. So again, the room is 36 to 37. CC with the huge miss on this brown. He's not going to leave an easy pot. Look at this position on the blue. Would have been nice. I think the must have made a mistake in the player score. Shows 37-36. Anyone's frame. Charlie Brown a little frustrated. Not a real opportunity off of that miss. Might be probably playing another safety here.
Yeah, maybe just put distance between object ball and cue ball. Just stick his cue ball on the ball cushion.
Stephen Wong was on a heater over there. 19 points up. Oh, this looks good from Charlie.
He's got the trick.
Yeah, he's got him. And the way this snooker lays as well, it's taking away the one cushion escape, possibly for CC around the right side without having to manipulate it with some spin. So, what do you fancy here? The good old rattle the jaw on the left corner pocket and send it at the brown. CC looking at the 3 cushion escape based on where he's pointing there, kind of like a zigzag shot across the table. Got to be below the middle pocket, at least to the right from his perspective of the middle pocket.
Just wonder whether the 2 cushion might go into the middle pocket.
Oh, he could get the 2 cushion. Yeah, wow. So not enough. I thought he had taken away that angle with the black how it lays, but great escape from CC. I think that's one of his strong points I've noticed in tournaments past is his ability to escape out of these really difficult snookers at times, especially on the first attempt, how crucial it is to get out on that first try. It can be disheartening for your opponent who keeps snookering you in these tight positions.
We might have got him again.
Looks close. I think there might be at least the 1 cushion escape. Just clipping the brown might be on, if not the full ball. These cameras are always deceiving us, so I'm gonna guess he can see it.
Yeah, playing a little bit aside just to swerve around nicely.
Okay, so just barely hampered and partial coverage there with the black. Nice shot. Oh, miscue.
Very fortunate there. You know,
Wow.
you can't jump over a ball, but a little hiccup there. Didn't hit any other unwanted ball. Made contact with his brown ball. But he's left it in a long potting position for CC.
I was going to say, fortunate in some respects that he didn't actually foul, but where this brown has landed, this is a clearance waiting to happen now. It's come a little bit short on this blue, so doesn't have to go offensive with this, I don't think. playing it to the left corner pocket, past the black. He's probably gonna have to have a topspin, a bit of topspin on this cue ball, tight around the right corner. Send the 2 cushions down towards pink. Alex Newstead on the meantime, 17 break here to try to claw back some points in his frame against Stephen Wong, who leads 49-0 before this turn. A few of these reds clustered up, so. Oh wow, the plant almost was in, and he flukes it. No, he doesn't. Right over the pocket for Stephen Wong, so tough one there. And speaking of fouls,
That's not what you wanted to have happen there.
ouch.
It's a tough in off to swallow there, as Charlie will have. Ball in hand, and in snooker, traditional snooker, it goes in the D, but players can shoot forwards or backwards, as opposed to in pool, where I believe it's only shooting one direction. And in the snooker shootout, actually, it's ball in hand. Player can put the ball anywhere on the table and shoot at any direction. So always good to get a copy of the rules, and as well look at the tournament rules, because sometimes there's a few little tweaks.
Now frame ball here for Charlie Brown, sinks it.
There we go. Aces wild around the room. We've got 4 matches, knotted 1 apiece. Here on our feature table, Charlie crawls back to take that second frame to tie us at 1 apiece. Jumping over to Stephen Wong and Alex Newstead on our other TV table. Alex in a bit of trouble there, but able to get out of the snooker. But he has left a blind cut for Stephen. Stephen's got to be mindful of the in-off. And he's got quite a commanding lead in this frame. 33 points, 43 on the table.
I think McCloskey leading in his frame. 3 against Prathamesh, believe. I think he's on the top score. Shot of the room here. All 4 tables are in full action. Rocking and rolling. Getting ready to rack up frame 3 action here between CC and Charlie Brown. The lights are on. Cameras are going. We've got action, folks. Seattle Snooker Open 2024.
Yeah, we're in the Evergreen State. Beautiful country over here in the Pacific Northwest. Let's see if Alex can kind of crawl back and make this an interesting third frame. Big third frame. Always those odd number frames are so big. Like if Alex was to take this, he'll take a 2-1 advantage in the match and have a lot of momentum. This is a tricky run out.
I was talking to him previously for this match, and he was telling me how he always likes to start his practice routines with colors clearance. Once he clears the colors, then he's allowed to continue on with his, practice every time he gets to the table. So he's in prime position here to steal this one, and he's definitely had a lot of, attempts at it. He's got a bit of a non-conventional stroke, a bit more of a pendulum action in his swing, but it's fairly straight, and he's in prime position now. I think managed to win 2 frames against Adam previously in the last 16 round. Both were full clearances. This one, another one kind of ripe for the picking. Just has to get nicely brown to blue. Typically the hardest part of full ball clearance, so we'll see how this ends up.
It's true, and Alex, you see a lot of the players really get down, pushing that cue through the cleft of their jaw, but Alex is quite upright. Not sure, did he have any kind of back injuries that you know about that might put him in that position?
No, I don't really think so. I think it's just a style that he's learned to play with. I think he's predominantly a pool player from talking to him, but look at this one, around the table position. He's nicely on the brown. This would be a huge opportunity if he were to steal this, and quite the blow to Steven, who was leading at 1 point, 49 points to 0 in this third frame. Oh, misses the brown. That's the part. That's the key ball. This is going to dribble over the middle pocket, I think.
Maybe we'll just take a look at the conclusion of this frame, and then we'll get back to Charlie and Cece in just a moment, as they've just started their third frame, and this one is coming to the close climax here.
It's a tough shot. He's going to roll this in at the right pace so that the nap doesn't catch and send it into the near jaw. Just has to wheel this ball in the pocket, and there it is. That's going to be frame ball for Stephen Wong. 20 ahead now with 18 on, and sight at the blue should be enough to clear up here.
Yeah, I think this blue will not bring Alex back to the table.
Stephen knows he got away with one there. It was a great opportunity for Alex to steal that frame away.
Yeah, but the 2002 U.S. National Champion, 2003 U.S. National Runner-Up. You know, was looking a little scared there, but he fought off the Tiger. So we'll head back over to Charlie and Cece on our main TV table. So, with the first opportunity here, he's got a thin red.
Oof, rattles the jaws, and oh, the nudge on the black. Whether we have to take this pink on or just play safe with it.
You can kind of play in a way of playing it safe. Just, you know, maybe try and put it into that green pocket, but don't give it a lot of pace to come back down the table. But alas, no, he's just playing full-blooded safe.
Looks like match update as well on our one of our back two tables. Knotted at 1 apiece. Connor Morgan versus Kevin Quay, and Connor leading 46-41 in the third frame of that match. Pretty close one. I think it's time to get down to it in that frame. If we take a look, it looks like they're on the colors back there. Green ball left. Connor at the table. We'll definitely be going back and forth on some of them. Let us know if you guys want any other updates. I think, don't know who's on which board on the fourth match in the room. But it looks like 2-1 there. Third frame
Just
just
come up
ended.
enough. Did it have enough pace? No, just fell short of pace for Charlie. So just a minor adjustment there for Charlie Brown.
A little bit of a check with the board. Middle to the left.
Oh,
Yeah.
these players are getting lazy now. They're trusting the technology, not their own minds. to get this pink ball back to the business end of the table. Black's kind of out in the open, but not on its spot. It's going to be a good blue. Just got on the right side. He's got a pathway for that red right in between the pink and the black spot. He might even have a more straighter shot on those two reds by the pink.
Good stroke there. Look at that side spin on that cue ball. Zipped it off that cushion. Come to the high side of the blue. Nice shot there.
Looks like he might be able to. It's in a tough spot to put into the left middle. So I think he might just be happy just playing the blues. This is going to shoot up and definitely give him a chance to bring this pink black down to the business end of the table.
Yeah, it doesn't really block any reds other than the one closest to it, to left corner, if it goes. So it's a really nice spot for it to get replaced. Question is, which red are you going to be playing for here next? A lot of them kind of cover each other. I think you'd like to get just to the right of the black spot in that area. It gives you option of two reds to left corner, maybe one into left middle or upper corner. It's getting close. It's going to hit this gap between.
A lot of gaps in between.
Wow, didn't hit anything. But yeah, option of reds now. Good shot.
And I'm pretty sure CC took in the Sean Murphy event because Sean was definitely preaching a lot, getting in a certain area. He's not wanting, pinpoint precise precision for his cue ball, which would be fantastic if he could do it, but it's very tricky to do that. So he kind of sees, just Sean was explaining, just to be in the right area where he needs to be to continue his break going. I must admit, that's one of the nice things that when these pros do come. I know Ricky Walden was here a few years ago. They always have these little tidbits of advice. As Sean was alluding to as well, just like bringing the cue ball or the cue on your backswing very slowly. Another gentleman in Vancouver was discussing that his backhand was trembling a little bit. What's a way to fix that? And he said, it's going to be weird, but have a little practice frame by yourself and put your feet right together. So you don't have that open stance. Have the feet so you're making your arm do all the work.
Interesting. Huh. Never thought about that. Well, a big miss from
That's
CC.
why we bring over these pros.
Yeah, yeah.
To inspire us, give us something to work on.
Especially like a player like Sean. He's got a lot of tidbits of knowledge as well. Very charismatic, very good at communicating, and lights up a room as well.
Yeah, a man that has a face for every situation.
That's right. That was the one question I regret asking Sean. I was saying, gosh, do you tend to pride yourself on being the best facial expression player on the tour? Because I think you can patent each one of his expressions into a specific moment in time.
It did come up in Vancouver, and he was like, I don't even realize I do it
Yeah.
until I get a message from my sister the following day, and she puts a little quick cut together of all the expressions of Sean. So
Yeah, that's hilarious. So there's some pretty good ones out there.
I'm pretty sure he's happy for his big expression back in 2005 when he had a smile ear to ear as he hoisted the trophy as the champion of the world.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one. Oh, overcut here. Not going to leave an easy pot on, but this red that he just attempted might be the one CC goes for, unless there's something easier to left corner. Maybe the one closest to left corner pocket near the gap, but don't think so. So we got a couple viewers on Facebook. We're gonna have to reset the Facebook stream to rename it. I made a mistake earlier, so if you guys are watching on Facebook, we'll log back in, refresh your page, and should be a new post titled Quarterfinals.
Yeah, it's day 2 of 3 of this great 2024 Seattle Snooker Open. We're here at Ox Billiards in Seattle, Washington, US of A. David Burney's in the booth alongside Christian Youngers. Glad that you're tuning in wherever you find us, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch TV. Find out Ox Billiards and you'll find some great snooker action. As we'll be back tomorrow starting at 10 a.m. Pacific. We'll have one semifinal, followed by the second semifinal, and probably a little bit of a break, and then a run into the final. So tomorrow night we will find out who. We could have a new champion, or CC could reclaim the trophy that he won back in 2022. But just looking around the room now of all the 8 left competitors, I think any one of these players could probably hoist the trophy tomorrow. It's just kind of, as Andrew McCluskey was saying, as we were finishing off before we made for a lunch break, it's all what happens in between the ears. All these guys are technically sound. It's just how you deal mentally.
Yeah, if you guys are liking the tournament so far, like and subscribe. Share the stream out, especially over on YouTube. We're trying to grow the channel. So do let folks know about all the good snooker action happening up here in the Pacific Northwest. Not always you get to see snooker tournaments here in America, so let's publicize it. Look at this pot into the right middle pocket from CC. Great shot.
Yeah, the tide is turning, and you know, with a lot of tournaments starting up, some of these players and us in the production team might have to start going, well, which tournaments do we cover, rather than let's cover them all, because there will be so many.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Oh, that wasn't so nice though. Foul on the blue, knocks it in by accident. Yeah, so far we're starting to sort of see some more tournaments around the country. Do have the USSA, the National Snooker Organization. It's got a few tour stops in the country, so if you guys do want to check out some other tournaments that you might be closer to, do check them out. We're, I think, coming up on the Washington State Championship. Going to be also hosted here at Ox Billiards in July. Middle of July, so that we will be live streaming that probably remotely. Northwest Regional Championship is coming up as well in the Pocket Club in Rochester, Washington. If you guys haven't been there, it's a pretty sweet spot. I gotta spend some time and get out there myself with Carl Hancock, club owner. And the last few, Georgia State Championship coming up in September. Don't think I've ever been to this club over in Columbus Snooker Club, but should be a great event. Arizona Open as well is going to be also on 4-star tables down at Ramil's Place in Arizona. Houston Open at Cue Ball Snooker and Pool. San Jose Open has been rescheduled to a different date, I believe. And Legends Classic on the one table setup they have at Legends Billiard Room over in Beaverton. So a lot of tournaments coming up. And speaking of tournaments coming up, for those ladies coming out to watch, want to play in this U.S. Women's Snooker Open coming up for 2024. This is going to be our 3rd annual U.S. Open for World Women's Snooker. Last year, Anyi and Mink in the final. Mink took it down. So far, the only name on our illustrious trophy, thanks to Dave Burney. I guess maybe second name on that one, right? There's Jamie Hunter on there. So there you can see the graphic. We've got some old school players. I think Marianne McConnell will hopefully be joining us again down from Canada. And some local players as well. So make sure you guys do tune in. It's going to be a really good stream. Maybe we'll have some sneak previews, some stuff coming up. We might have some surprises in terms of who might be joining us in the commentary. You never know. But this is the Seattle Snooker Open. Table 1, back at it again. Charlie Brown at the table. Oh, it looks like Cece is still on his break, huh?
Yeah, they just had a little comfort break, which obviously you like to do it in between the frames, but when nature calls and you can't fight it, because you want to be comfortable when you're at the table. So, well, they have a little pause there. We'll just step aside to table 2 with Alex Newstead and Stephen Wong. Alex leading this frame 33-9, but trailing in the match 2 frames to 1. Needs this frame to force us into a decider.
Ooh, the plant was there, but he's not on the black. Oh, he might have an edge of it, but yikes, what a pot. Definitely more pressure on Steven now in this frame.
Going back to that U.S. Tour, Christian, is it just open to American players?
No, I don't think any of the USSA Tour stops are only American players. I believe any of them are open. As far as I understand, though, each club is running their own tournament, and they're just part of the same sort of collection of events that we're calling the USSA Tour. I don't know where the ranking points will be going towards or what the status is of that, so maybe we'll get some more information in the future. But yeah, as far as I understand, just got to check with the club who's hosting it and see what their requirements are, but I imagine most of them are going to be open.
True. Well, I wonder if any of our Canadian friends, definitely for the tournaments down here in Seattle and possibly even in Beaverton, Oregon, and obviously Rochester, maybe they can make the trip down. I wonder if they're just under the understanding that it's a USSA tour, that they might think it's only open to Americans. But that's good to see that these would be open to any amateur player out there.
Well, Alex on a heater there, but both players back at the table now in our main match. CC with a safety attempt. It's gone bad. SC Manhattan over on YouTube, a regular viewer of ours, saying thanks for the stream. It's been a great tourney so far. I like the winner of the CC Brown match, or was it McCluskey for the win?
Hey, Mac, yeah, Andrew McCluskey.
Nice. I think he's up in his match over in the corner table. It's like 2-1 in frame score, 35-19 in the 4th frame, and he's at the table now. Few extra points, so I wonder if this could be a possibility for end of match. I don't know.
Yeah, like watching the tournament and seeing all the players, I don't think anyone is a clear runaway favorite right now.
No.
So I just discredit SC Manhattan. I think that's a good choice with CC or Charlie or Andrew McCluskey, but You know, Stephen Wong has had some happiness here, as he was the 2022 U.S. National Champion when it was hosted here at Ox. Connor Morgan, new on the scene, but originally comes from Ireland by the way of Canada. It's definitely known that he just looks like quite a gifted player. You know, Prathamesh Sawant, he's definitely got the abilities to win it as well. Connor's opponent, Kevin Cooey?
Kevin Quay, yeah.
Kevin Quay. My apologies, Kevin. I think I've been calling him Cooey, but I should know better, as I've known Kevin for a couple of years.
Yeah, there's a shot of this frame. Looks like right now Prathamesh down in it 23-41. So a difference of 18. Not at the snooker's required stage, but getting close. It's going to need to maximize his points here. So definitely check back and forth just to see if this could be the end of our first quarterfinal match. You never know. And now CC, I think, taking advantage of a miss. Yeah, miss off of the last break from Charlie Brown. So he's playing for blue here most likely. One or two cushions up and get on the underside of the blue. Goes too far, should be okay. Brown's available, or you can always play a roll up on the green.
It does have like the blues is a little tricky into the left middle, but does have an angle to come back down table. Same with the yellow.
Yeah, yellow.
Into its own pocket.
I like yellow a lot there. And he's a little bit steep on this red to left corner, but once again, kind of the same line, two cushions up and around. And if you can get close to the blue, you imagine he's going to try to respot that soon, because that'll be the key shot or the key ball to help him string together some more points. We'll take a look at this side table as well. Prathamesh down by 18 with one red on the table, and a must-win frame for him. Wants to send it to a decider. Kluski wants to knock this red in to solidify his spot in the semifinals. A good snooker there. CC managed to respot the blue, so
Yeah, and a good kiss off that black. Put him nicely onto this red into the top right corner pocket. Just can kind of roll through ever so gently, have that black into the left middle.
uh-oh. Miss from Prathamesh there. 18-point lead for Andrew McCloskey, and a nice starter on this red. If you can manage to string a few points together here. It's going to need red color, possibly yellow and green, depending on which color he takes. Yellow here, frame ball for McCluskey, 26 ahead on the right side of your screen. And I think that positional shot there might be enough to solidify the match for him and stamp his ticket into the semifinals. This will be our first semifinalist in this quarterfinal draw. This is the brown there, so I don't know, but Prathamesh might come back to try to salvage a last-minute draw. But no, there's the handshakes. Takes it down. Andy McCluskey, your first semifinalist. Going to be advancing to tomorrow
Nicely done.
Meanwhile, CCU has been putting up a nice break here. Nice little blue, get a little bounce off this cushion. Be on the red. Could have run a little bit more, but 52 to 18. Important third frame. Where this gets one more frame away from getting into Championship Monday.
And like we said, the key shot there was early in this break to get this blue back on its spot, and now that it's on, he's been able to string a few more points together. Back cutting that red doesn't drop. A little bit thick to the pocket, so
The old commentator's curse.
no such thing, no such thing. Yeah, 34 points with 43 remaining. That red pretty crucial had he gotten a color with it. Now, Charlie Brown can still do with making blues on these last few reds. Maybe even a brown, I think. 34, 43, so has some points to play with, but needs at least one color with one of the reds. He could do with just potting a red and playing safe with one of these as well, so. Oh, managed to screw that back quite a ways up table. Wow. Not what he wanted, because he really would have liked to play shape on a color with that first red and then bring it into kind of a last red stage. Now he's going to take the safety. You can roll up on the green, guarantee the snooker behind the brown and blue.
Yeah, without getting the color, he trails by 34 points. So he needs black or pink. Pink to force a black ball respot, black to win the frame. At least if he was on a colored ball on his last shot, he could have taken that, been at the table still, and potentially put CC in a bit of trouble on that last red.
And another match update on the other back table we have here. Looks like Kevin Quay managed to take down the third frame, so he leads the match against Connor Morgan. But Connor Morgan with a 53-7 lead in the fourth frame, and probably getting down to the colors. Now it looks like a few reds left, so still a chance for a lot of snooker left in that fourth frame. But yeah, 2-1 in the frame score, 53-7 in the fourth frame. Gonna get in. Oh, nice hit. Managed to catch it thin enough to at least make this a difficult red. He's just looking at the score to see what type of color he can take. 27 puts him at 50, which means he can take any color with this red. Yellow, though, would make it a tie if he were to get yellow plus clearance. So this red not really nicely pottable, I would say. So I think the safety is on. Maybe just two cushions in behind pink. Play the red to the middle-ish of the table, maybe right by the pink spot. A little risky though. Could thin off this left edge and send it around the pink, two cushions up. Just double the red up table. It's not bad, but is it gonna have a pocket to look at? Like
we'll go into either bulk pocket.
Yeah, but it's kind of ripe for the snooker here, I think. If you can somehow hold his cue ball in that area and get behind one of the bulk colors. Push the red up. Needs yellow or blue. Not quite. So our second match table. The lead for now in the room is now 57 to 26. Alex Newstead leads. So I believe that score line, 31 points. Steven needs a red and a color and a clearance to steal this frame away. He's nicely on the pink, so definitely a chance. Yellow's a bit safe, close to the corner pocket, but right along that bulk cushion makes it pretty difficult. And blue's fairly safe as well. Just opting to take the points and run away and hide, as I say.
Yeah, definitely for this one, that pink is tough, but he does have a couple bulk colors that Steven can get behind. I don't think he was successful there. He's left it open there for Alex, who is ahead 24 points. So this yellow is his frame ball and force it into a decider.
Yeah, scores a little bit off the 57 to 33, it looks like. Sinks the yellow. I think he's a favorite to make green and brown to hopefully solidify his frame, and we might have a decider, our first decider of the quarterfinals.
CC's made a poor shot there. He's gifted Charlie Brown a red into the left middle.
Oh, wow. Talking about poor shots as well.
Yeah.
I think one that Charlie
Almost.
Brown needs back.
Almost saw the javelin throw there, but you know, that's what this game does. You know, as much as he wanted to toss his cue to the other side of the room, he composed himself, trying to be disciplined as much as he was just really ashamed of that shot. Gifted a great opportunity. Now CC can return and really close out this frame that almost looked in jeopardy a few moments ago.
And that's going to be a decider then on our second TV table too, as Alex clears to the brown as they respot the balls and get ready for frame 5 action. Decider. I like it.
So Charlie's just got to forget about that red. Might get another chance here.
A 23-point lead means CC needs green, I believe. Yep, and I think brown's gonna mean most likely an automatic concession. Good safety there, and
Fantastic safety. Yeah, so concession there. So CCU takes an important third frame, leads this match 2 frames to 1. Let's see if Charlie can shake off that poor red in the last frame. Come out. You definitely know he's got the willpower in there, and he can definitely force a decider. We also have another decider underway with Connor Morgan and Kevin Quay. So definitely exciting. Admission is free here at Ox Billiards. We're at 1432 Broadway. Charlie's just taking a quick little comfort break before we get frame 4 started. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it gives me great joy to announce who's in the booth with me, owner, operator, organizer of this tournament, many, many wonderful, wonderful things dealing with snooker in the Pacific Northwest, Mr. Mike Dominguez. Mike, how are you?
Doing pretty good there, David. Thanks for that intro. That's very nice of you to say. There's a huge team that we have here at Ox, as you all know. But yeah, we're happy to bring you this second consecutive amazing snooker in Ox in our snooker of, summer of snooker, I should say.
There's the man, the myth, the legend. You know, you don't have to look at milk cartons anymore. He's in the booth. That's who he is.
Yeah, what a fantastic quarterfinals that we're looking at. Any of these matches could be in the finals.
Definitely. Easily. It's been lots of fun. So, yeah, definitely. We've got a great viewing public out there. They found us on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch TV. It's under the Ox Billiards page. Mike Dominguez is in the booth, so if you have any questions for him, he's happy to answer them.
Yeah, in a couple of weeks, we're going to have the Washington State Snooker Championship, first ever, part of the USSA Tour. So I'll be announcing that hopefully sometime this weekend. Wait, what day is it?
You've been very, very busy. Mike was quite instrumental in the Sean Murphy Tour, doing all the nuts and bolts, but that didn't happen without the great sponsorship of WineCellars.com. Our friends at Wine Cellars really did a wonderful job. I was really happy that they can come and support, and I think they're going to, you know, they do love the game, but they also are in love with the people behind the scenes. I think that's what sells it as well, that you're not just buying into the game, you're buying into the people and the passion that they have, and you definitely get it with the man to my right, Mr. Mike Dominguez.
Yeah, there's a lot of examples of community in this club. So we have two owners, operators of 2 other clubs in the room right now. And then we have a pro from a 3rd club. So we have Stephen Wong from LA's Embassy Billiards, or CCU from Empire Billiards. And then we have Connor Morgan, who represents Star Snooker Club up in Richmond, Vancouver area. So it's great to see all these players traveling from all sorts of places. Hopefully we can return the favor next year. Go to LA, go to Vancouver, and take some trophies. Hopefully.
Well, and at one point in time, Charlie did run a hall in the Vancouver area. So he has stepped away from that administrative duties.
Yeah, decided to play. If you want to play, don't be a hall owner. If you want to play, play.
Oh no. Charlie. But we need everyone. Everyone gets in the game. Absolutely. Obviously, the first time they get in because they want to play. And then people like yourself, Mike, have seen that, you know, there can be some great growth here. It's very important to sometimes, you know, call a spade, hang up the cue, and for the betterment of the game, put your wonderful talents to organizing and creating great events.
Yeah, we all want to chase the dream, and sometimes our role is helping others chase their dream.
True. When I had a high break of -4, I decided to lend my voice talents to the game, not my cueing ability.
Well, this would be a pretty good break here if you can pile some points on off of that unlikely Charlie Brown shot that set him up. You gotta watch those balls.
Yep, Mount St. Helens isn't erupting. We're not sure if the ball cleaning mechanism is bleeding through the stream.
It's gas powered.
Well, just as we thought the CC machine was revving up, kind of broke down a little bit on that black, so giving reprieve to Charlie Brown. So Noma is wondering if you're coming to Virginia, Mike.
I'd love to go to Virginia. Yeah, absolutely. Are you guys, speaking of Delta Rock, is that where you're alluding to over in Alexandria? Or is there another spot I should visit? And Ray in the Facebook chat. Yeah, I'm doing well, Ray. Hope you're doing well. It's been a while since I've seen you, but I do wish the best for you.
Charlie just a little short of pace. Gonna have to go in and out of bulk. He wants to continue this break after this blue.
Just gotta slow down.
And he's got a red into the right middle, but it's a nasty piece of business going all over those 4 balls.
Not seeing the game from the bird's eye view of this camera, but sitting on the sidelines watching Charlie play, I could tell his cue ball is going a little bit longer than usual. Is that what you guys are seeing from this vantage point? Or is it?
We've been seeing a lot from this point, okay. Yeah. So you think he's just hitting just a bit too much power?
Maybe too much helping side, I'm not sure, but he'd really like to be, obviously not hit that red. He's trying to save for that red he's about to hit on right now for the middle pocket, but he really wanted that one in the corner pocket, it looked like. Not too shabby.
Yeah, kind of black with the rest. A big hello to Vineet Dasani up there in Vancouver.
Hey.
Hey Vineet, let us know how'd the boys do today. There was a junior tournament up at the Star Snooker Club in Richmond, British Columbia. Vineet's boys are just they eat up snooker with a fork and spoon. They really enjoy the game. And mark my words, if they keep at it, look out for those boys. That's going to be the future right there.
Yeah, their eyes were just wide open when they were in the room with Sean Murphy, and they just had a great time. I did a quick interview with them that will be releasing after, I don't know, about a month or two to make a little documentary on the tour. It's always good to get the input from the junior players. Yeah, they look like they're going to be winning some tournaments if they just keep it up.
Well, very interesting talking to Jake Lloyd, who used to live in Port and now lives back in his home country of England. He said when he was a boy, he wasn't feeling too well, so he couldn't go to school. So his mom's like, all right, well, lie down on the couch and maybe we'll put the telly on and you can watch this thing called snooker. Mom thinking, oh, it will just bore him. He'll go to sleep.
Yeah.
But the eyes opened up and he just was hooked. So much that he started to play hooky a little bit from school and pretending to be sick and watching the snooker. It's a tough shot.
It is. Just got to be bang on for those.
Just an update from one of our other quarterfinal matches. Looks like Kevin is up 55-1 over Connor Morgan. And they're in that deciding frame there. So definitely Connor's back is up against it. He's not out of it. Trailing by 54 points with 51 on the table. Does make it a little tough. Looks like a nice shot there by Connor. Yeah, it looks like he's got the snooker. How's the junior component down here, Mike? Do you get a lot of juniors coming into the room playing snooker?
Pool mainly. There's one or two that come down and play snooker. But I think in this room and this country, we need to start with pool for the low-hanging fruit and then move on to the bigger picture of snooker.
And it's true. As in Canada, obviously, we're still part of the Commonwealth, and Britain is quite popular for the game of snooker. And pool has definitely seen more longevity in America than other cue sports. So tricky now with that black covering up that top left corner pocket. So you got to believe the next person to get a red in is going to make that easy 7. But taking one pocket out of the table makes the game a little bit more tougher with only 5 open ones.
Yeah, whatever you do, you want to keep the reds in between the cue ball and the black ball. You don't want to get the red. And you don't want to get the cue ball seeing any red in any pocket. Oh my goodness. What was he? Was he trying to go in off the block?
You know, it was tough to see from our vantage point, but I think just taking a look actually at the live table that we could see from the booth, there might have been just a little bit of room.
Go cushion first. And
I think so, and come off the black and go in for the red because, yeah, not in a million years would you think Charlie Brown would be doing any careless mistakes like that. Ooh, but he's let off.
look at CC's just kicking himself. Yeah, that is mentally a nice let off for Charlie Brown. He could just let that go.
Yeah, there were some big smiles there on CC's face, but I'm pretty sure there was not happiness in between the ears.
No. I think that's something that if it doesn't turn out CC's way, it's definitely something you'll be thinking of. And if it does turn out CC's way, then consider himself lucky. Don't do it again, because it only gets more difficult.
It's a nice shot with the redwoods right there.
Yeah. I don't know if he has the angle to go off the cushion into the bunch. Just knowing where the cue ball is going here, I don't see much except for the red right to the left of the pink.
Yeah, it's interesting how our camera makes that red out in the open on the left side. Looks rather
Right.
easy to the middle pocket, but looking at it live, that is an extreme cut. And that pocket is very small.
Wow, I don't think he went far enough. But he's going to try the bank with the double.
And Kevin Coy has defeated Connor Morgan in a decider, 3-2. So the man originally from Ireland coming down by the way of Canada is unfortunately going home.
Made it into the money.
So Charlie Brown, the last Canadian standing so far, and his backup is up against it as he's trailing CCU 2-1 in this best of 5 match.
Kevin has improved over these seasons with the Washington State Snooker League. Obviously, the leagues have helped. His determination over at Empire has helped. He plays mainly at Empire Billiards. Such a calm gentleman, pleasant to be around. So all the hard work is paying off.
Yeah, it's a whole new ball of wax when you're just having a friendly with a friend or a mate. But once you put some tournament pressure on there, maybe a few dollars or something like that, it just changes the dynamic of a game. And so it's good to see that you guys are giving that, providing that for the players here to have some good competition. And it's just going to make everybody stronger as we see it up in Vancouver, Canada. Some tournaments up there. Players are just improving night and day.
Yeah, if you're not practicing, you're falling behind because there's someone out there that's on the table, reading the book, watching the video, trying new things. Yeah, we take definitely a big page out of your book about what you're doing up in Vancouver. Is it going to make it? Yeah, I remember when CC took me up to the top 147 first time I met you. I was like, oh, there's this gentleman in a nice tie and a suit with fancy socks walking towards me.
I can imagine who that person was.
If that's not Snooker Dave, I don't know who the hell is.
No, and I think we've worked really well together. I've enjoyed the relationship that has developed with you, Mike. We have a good working relationship. We bounce ideas off each other. We see what works in our tournaments, what doesn't work. Just things to be aware. So actively good communication, good working together relationships that we need to foster in this great sport.
Yeah, I think we both know it's not one person that accomplishes things. It's everybody. So as soon as we push our egos aside and work together, I mean, it's always been a pleasure going up there. Never thought I'd have a room where you came down here. Not in the first 3 months I was up there, at least.
Yeah, so long ago, it's like reading Little Archie. But yeah, I must admit, there's with these events, there's no Mike Dominguez. It's all about the collection. Because they do say there is no I in snooker. But there is an I in miss, and CC has missed that and given Charlie a good opening here. Only trailing by 2 points in this fourth frame.
Yeah, Dave Daly in the YouTube chat giving CC some love, being the finest human beings on the planet, a true gentleman. Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, he's just a very nice, warm, kind soul. You know, anytime I come into the room, I just see a big smile ear to ear on CC's face.
This is looking like a big break here. Charlie's trying to get rid of that smile. Oh no. Safety.
Safety, commentator's curse, whatever you'd like to call it.
If I can use this time to thank Albert Kenny over at the Ranchman's Club in Calgary. And of course, Eric Lee at the Star Snooker Club in Richmond. And last but not least, Stephen Wong, who's battling out with Alex Newstead in the decider. So I want to thank him from Embassy Billiards. They were all part of the Wine Cellars North American Snooker Tour with Sean Murphy, and of course Ox was a part of that tour. Getting rave reviews from people, and try it again next year for sure.
Yeah, I think we've baited a few players, manager. Won't let anybody know just yet, but let that sit and stew, everybody. We have been talking to a few. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, there's always room for conversations, and So we'll see what happens. I know that there's a lot of clubs that are interested. Yeah, we just need to show the WST that we in America and Canada are serious about this sport, and we have the viewership, and we have the population to grow this sport. Doing things like the Seattle Snooker Open, the Embassy Open, the Arizona Open, and the North American Snooker Tour, the BC Open for that matter. A lot of West Coast things going on, don't you think?
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
I don't think we're really trying to toot our own horn here, but we're just stating the
We're
fact.
kind of just kicking the East Coasts behind. Happy to help.
Yep, I'm always willing to do whatever's needed. It's nice to see at least the Canadian National Championship did move out of Toronto this year, was in Montreal. Hopefully it can move around a lot more in that great country. Wouldn't it be nice to go to Saskatchewan, Mike?
Yeah, I think it would be.
You know, the easiest province to draw, but the hardest to spell.
Saskatchewan. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Corner Gas, as I've been telling you. I think they're from Saskatchewan.
You are correct.
Yeah.
You're doing well for Canadian Jeopardy.
The province is larger than Sweden. Oh no. Oh no. Got away with one. Last year, Charlie Brown made it through the qualifiers and was in Cece's position where they were waiting for the people to get out of the round robin. And then I believe he drew somebody that was a tough draw and ended up being out. Just one and done. So this year he just went straight in through the qualifying rounds.
You know, that rather tough player goes by the name of Brady Golan. He has walked down those stairs at the Crucible Theater and played in that famous venue, so.
Legend.
And all these tournaments are open up to amateur players, so obviously Brady was a professional, but he's given up his pro card.
For now. Wouldn't the Kazoo Seattle Snooker Open just sound really nice? Kazoo.
I don't know. Microsoft might have a few more bucks than Kazoo.
They keep it to themselves. Sorry, Dave. You still with us, Dave?
I'm here.
This has turned scrappy.
Yeah, just.
He's got a shot to nothing to the right top corner. Just avoids that red to the left. Oh,
Oh, wow. Well, he might be all right with that in off. That could have been a lot worse.
yeah, just give it away 4 points.
These guys kind of battle out here. We might just quickly go over to our other TV table between Simon Wong and Alex Newstead, because it's looking really close in their decider.
Christian's coming in and saying that Alex fluked a blue getting out of a snooker.
Yeah, Alex just needs just a pink to upset the 2022 U.S. national champion. These are our last two quarterfinal matches of the day. There, he's done it. Wow.
Goodness gracious. We have our upset.
That is a giant killer right there. Good effort by Stephen Wong, but unfortunately he's going to go home without any hardware. And all focus is on this, our final match with CCU and Charlie Brown in day 2.
All this tells me is we need more cameras, we need more commentators.
Referees,
we need
scorekeepers.
more referees, the scorekeepers. Everybody out there, you want to get paid for nothing, but do a whole lot for the industry. Let's do it.
You know, I was talking once to Jason Ferguson, who's the head of the WPBSA, was a player, actually played in the under-21 championships in 1989 with Charlie Brown and Ken Doherty. And when I was down in Brazil, got a chance to chat with Jason, and Jason was saying, well, you know, there's a time I hung up the cue, and he was kind of interested in the administration of the business, so he decided to lend a hand with the WPBSA. Volunteered for 4 years, and then he finally got a paying gig on that organization.
Can you get back pay?
I did ask him that. I think he just shared the same spirit that everybody else does. They want to, you know, get the game going, you know, willing to put in the time.
Yeah.
But then obviously there is a time when it's like, okay, there should be some payment there.
At this point, yeah. We're still in the developmental stage, so we're trying to build the market that we want to dominate.
Mm-hmm.
And not just by, you know, our club doing the best in it, but just providing the best equipment, having the best events, and then growing clubs around the area.
Well, it looks like you did a great job there, because you've kind of inspired Carl Hancock to open up the In the Pocket Snooker Club in Rochester, Washington.
Yeah, there are a couple of other clubs that have opened that I want to go visit. It's always one thing after the other. If we're not busy, it's a health issue, so I'll get down there. I think there would be a good addition to USSA Tour. Can add another stop or two in this area.
You know what, I got a little philosophy, I think, on Charlie Brown. Charlie's been around the game for a long, long time. And definitely this happened to me in the game of golf when you're, you know, kind of away from it, or you're just getting on in the years. You can think back of when you really excelled at a sport and you're not at that level, and that could be really frustrating. And you let that manifest in your brain, it really could be devastating. I wonder if he just gets a little bit of that sometimes.
Oh no. That left a big opening here. That's a game changer.
Mm-hmm.
Take your time.
Yeah. think he's got to get a few good pots in him. Just build him up. He's kind of feels like he's maybe dragging his feet just a little. Just needs some good shot making to build his confidence. And that's not going to help it there unless he gets behind the blue. Uses the hand to a fluke there. Another great thing for this wonderful sport. You look at these players, obviously the TV pictures tell it, fierce determination in their faces. Staunch competitors.
Yeah.
The game's done. Laughs, giggles, good times, all enjoyment. So it's really nice to see that not a lot of these players take it all the way home. When it's done, they know, hey, just today wasn't my day.
Yeah. So close. Shot to nothing a little bit. So at this point we have Alex, who got by Steven, who was a qualifier. And then we have Kevin, who was a qualifier as well, who got past.
Connor Morgan, who was a qualifier.
Was Connor a qualifier or was he open? Did he win?
No, Connor played in the he played in the round robin. Connor did, as well as Kevin.
Yeah.
Andrew McCluskey did as well and beat Prathamash Sawant. Alex Newstead was a qualifier, and so was Stephen Wong was a qualifier. And CCU was a qualifier, and Charlie Brown decided this year to play in the round robin.
At this point, too early to tell.
Ouch.
Yeah, thank you. Our buddy Noah, working hard behind the scenes.
Yeah, that was an uncharacteristic miss by Charlie there. Well, sometimes you can just say it's just not your day.
And then say, but I'm still going to give it my all.
Mm-hmm.
Turn it on. You never know when these misses are going to happen.
The thing is, you never know with some of these players, definitely in the amateur scene, when they start really finding some form and putting a great break together, as I was alluding to Christian earlier today. When we watch the professional game, ooh, it's exciting when they miss. We're expecting them to knock in centuries and maxis like no tomorrow. Well, maximums are a different beast altogether. But in the amateur game, we get excited just along with the players when they start building up a big break. Yeah, we know they're probably going to miss more often than not. When a high run gets going, it gets exciting.
Tiny hint of safety there. So it looks like tomorrow morning we'll get started at around 10. We're going to do a one-table setup for the remaining final four. So you'll be able to see each match leading up to the finals. And then there'll be a paywall for the finals. No, just kidding.
A best of one?
Just the race to one. No, there will not be a paywall.
What is a paywall?
Oh, when you put a price to watch the stream.
Ah, like a pay-per-view kind of thing.
$2, yeah. I don't know about this shot right here. That was a toughie, but CC just has to focus in on the next few shots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this match is there for his taking. Yellow is a bit tricky, so that might be a little bit of a reprieve there for Charlie. Seems like CC might need the purple ball, as I used to use in snooker. Plus, as with this 7 points, Charlie can still run the table and take the frame.
What a shot. Didn't overhit it. Still sees the yellow.
My mistake. Charlie can just force a black ball respot.
Still slow down for some luck. All right.
Well, we got a little bit of a frame here.
Yeah.
Charlie Brown is not out of it.
Nope. Nope, nope, nope. And the balls are positioned nicely. If you can just get this in, go one cushion. Oh, that's very fast. He's going for his safety, but it's got to hit something.
Fortunate it's safe. You're correct, Mike. These where these balls are. Can be a little dangerous. Thanks, Dave Daly, for your kind words. He's really enjoying the stream. All the great snooker action here. The 2024 Seattle Snooker Open. Live at Ox Billiards in the Emerald City. That's Seattle, Washington. I hope some of you can join us tomorrow on the stream, but also in person. Admission is free. We're at 1432 Broadway in the Capilano, or Capitol Hill. Capilano's in Vancouver, my apologies. The Capitol Hill.
There's a bridge here?
In Capitol Hill, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, me neither. It'd be a nice bridge from Volunteer Park to the Arboretum or something. Capilano Bridge looked amazing when Sean went there. I've never been. It looks amazing.
How do you like that, Mr. Brown?
What are we looking at? Okay, I'm not going to even say it. I won't be accused.
They don't call him Downtown Charlie Brown for nothing.
Look at this.
Pink could be a bit tricky, and then pink down to black. But hey, sometimes all you want is at least a chance.
I wonder if he's going to try to move that pink.
Very nice shot. This is a good shot into the top left corner
Just a natural stroke here.
to be on the black.
Get in.
Oh, well, he didn't leave it. Okay, nice and safe.
I would go for a kick save here, but I'm an amateur. See what he tries.
Yeah, in these pressure situations, it's just pretty much you just gotta trust your technique. Go down what you learn. Just, you know, pull back that cue on a straight line and drive it through the cue ball.
This looks good.
There's a chance. Very long pink, using pretty much about 11 feet 8 inches of the table here. If this pink finds the bottom of the pocket for CC, he'll have the frame, he'll have the match, he'll be into Championship Monday. Certainly gave it a shot. It rattled a bit. What are you feeling here, Mike Dominguez? If you're in Charlie's shoes, do you take that pink into the yellow pocket?
All day.
All day, Dominguez.
All day. I think he's got this. Oh, wait. Knock on wood. Knock on maple.
It's there. Still needs the black, though, to force a black ball restart. How are your fingernails, everybody?
It's not bad. It's not too bad. And
It's
of course
there.
it is.
Wow.
Of course it is.
Here we go. Black ball respot. Yes, for all you new fans out there, if you're not familiar with the rules, if it is tied after all the balls are put down, we have a black ball respot. The flip of the coin. And the winner of the toss either puts his opponent in or takes the break, him or herself. What is your preference there, Mike? If you won the toss, are you going first or are you putting your opponent in?
If I'm playing a better opponent, I'm going for it. If I'm playing a equal or lesser, I'm letting them take it. How about yourself, Dave? It's a nice shot.
You know, I'm almost leaning, I haven't been in many of these situations, but I'm almost leaning to put my opponent in first. Very tough to make a pocket on that little break off on the red. Now granted, CC had a great break off, put Charlie in a tough position, but still anything was potable. Anything is potable on the table, but just that break off is that much more trickier as opposed to possibly a cross double that Charlie had. Now he's got a long black to put us into a decider. It's there. Oh, wow.
Well done, Charlie Brown.
All bets are off now. We're going into decider, so we'll be right back with Game 5 of this fantastic match between CC and Charlie Brown. go in frame 5. Charlie Brown breaking off. It's anybody's match here. There's going to be a few chances. As they say in the professional ranks, all the player wants is just a chance.
Alright, we're ready to get rocking and rolling again. Back in the booth.
Yeah, welcome back, Christian. Thanks for stepping aside. It was great to have Mike in the booth just to give everybody some updates of the Sean Murphy Tour and some other great events that are going to be happening here in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, excited to see the rest of that little docu-series is preparing for the YouTube channel and other things coming up. Should be pretty cool. Ooh, and you wonder if that last frame I see a little bit rattled now.
Sure, he's got a bit. The only medicine he needs is to put together a decent little run. If he can do that, then that black ball respot frame will be clear out of his mind. But Charlie's got to bank on that momentum because he was out of that frame, that's for sure.
Yeah, and Charlie's kind of one of those players, sort of uses his emotions heavily in his match, whether it's for the good or for the bad. It seems he can kind of hype himself up if he's, you know, wielding those powers for good, but sometimes it can be his downfall. And oh, he's caught that classic nap situation. I had that in my match as well. You sort of roll that ball diagonally towards the middle pocket. You're always going to be floating towards that near jaw. You got to aim at the far jaw. Caught him out there too, and this red is on. Oh no, it's not. He's not taking it. So
yeah, the green blocks the path.
Guess so. This red is potable, and he fouls. So now an opening. It doesn't tie up the blue, or does he?
He's got this red into the middle. Yeah, it looks like that. If he stays on the top side of the blue, he should be good for it into the opposite middle pocket. And we talk about emotions there, Christian. I think anyone familiar with the Vancouver scene, one of the friends of the community, John Kinsella, probably the most animated player I've ever seen at the table.
Yes, I remember playing him in a match one time. I think when I last was there a couple years ago for BC Open, I believe. Yeah, he definitely wears his emotions on his sleeve, for sure. Good pop there with the rest. A little bit of momentum now in Charlie's direction, especially after that clearance. Well, semi-clearance, and then the last two pots and the respot as well. To claw back from the brink of defeat like that with multiple clutch shots, gotta be said. It's strong showing. Good cue action there. You can tell he's a little bit looser now. He's going to have to clamp down on this frame if he wants to solidify his spot in the semis. Got 3 semifinalists through so far, right? We've got Andy McCloskey, who won against Prathamesh 3-1. And then 2 deciders back-to-back. Kevin winning in the decider over Connor Morgan, Kevin Kui, and then it was Stephen Wong, but I guess a runner-up national U.S. Snooker Championship champion and 2022 champion, which he won in this very building on this very table. Goes down, defeated in an upset by Alex Newstead. Local player here, plays in the Washington Snooker League. And I will say, out of all the players that do play here at Ox Snooker, I'd say I see Alex on the table practicing solo in the corner more than anyone else, by far, by far. He likes those wee hour of the night practice sessions, you know, get here at, you know, arrive at 10 p.m. and leave at like 1 or 2 a.m. type of thing, post-work hours, whatever.
Well, it's definitely paying off as he took out Adam Najati earlier today. Adam looked very promising in his round-robin match against Connor Morgan when they were on the stream yesterday. I was quite impressed. I think a lot of viewers in the stream were. Some were toting him to be in the final four, but the Newstead train ran right over him and Stephen Wong. Now it looks like it might be Cece's turn to respond. Ooh. That hurt a little bit.
Yeah, uncharacteristic miss from CC once again. Same pocket. I think Charlie Brown needs to recognize this and take full advantage.
Very nicely done there. He's got the snooker, looks like.
This is one of the skills of CC's that I admire the most, is his ability to escape from these snookers with sort of the first attempt and kind of in an ideal situation. This one, however, not quite what he wanted. Once again, I don't believe in commentary curse.
I believe you were giving him such great praise. He didn't follow through on his end of the bargain.
I think he's up against it right now in terms of pressure, so Charlie Brown licking his lips.
He's just got to channel his Ayrton Senna and keep the foot on the gas pedal. Don't give CC a sniff of anything. If he's getting an opportunity, make good on it.
Looking at this red at the bottom of the stack, see if apparently it might go to the left corner. Oh, rattles that ball and doesn't get the position either. And look at this, he's actually fluked the snooker.
Doesn't want it to be touching the ball. And when it's a touching ball, Charlie can shoot away. As when it's touching, that acts as the first contact. Nice little great work by our camera team there, getting a nice close-up of what Charlie had to deal with.
CC's looking at whether or not there's a plant on in this stack, but it doesn't seem like it. The sort of the two reds in the middle of this pack, or the one closest to the corner, don't believe it's actually available, so.
Yeah, maybe a hit and hope kind of shot to nothing. You know, get the 9-ball plant out of the toolbox.
Oh, that was close. He did acknowledge that at least. And does he go? No, he doesn't. Cue ball is not gone.
Very fortunate there. So pink only really is tied up down there at the business end. Black's quite open, so someone can get down there. Could be a good chance to put up a lot of score. Looks a little concerned, maybe.
No such thing. Heart of a champion in that one. Interesting. It's rolling up. Just double tap. It's red here. It's potable. He's left something maybe to the left middle, but none of these are easy shots.
Yeah, if he decides to take this on, if he's miss it, he's going to cannon into a bunch of reds.
Caught it thick to the pocket. It's gonna come up table, but not enough to leave an easy pot on. Yeah, he's still covered, so it's a good cue ball from TC to get up table.
Yeah, makes a safety shot in and out of the top end of the table that much more difficult because you do have a red up there in the bulk area. Just hoping he gets a chance. Didn't want the cannon into the brown there. It's left an opportunity now for CC. Everybody in the room is just glued to this table. Last quarterfinal match. One player's gonna sleep nicely tonight. The other one's probably gonna have spinning nightmares. CCU, where are you?
Another uncharacteristic miss.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Right now, she's just gotta let CC sit in his chair for a little bit longer. Let him stew about that miss. Put up a decent contribution at the table. Those two reds, the one that's closer to the black. Can he get the angle to squeeze by the black and get into the middle? Tough to see from our camera angle here. It's looking like it possibly could. He's gotten through. He's gotten the red. He's on the black.
Bit of bridge work on this one though. It's the only downside of this position. He's dead straight, it feels like.
Is he straight? Yeah. Because maybe if he's off, he's got a natural angle to go.
Great shot. Ooh, missed the cannon on the brown. He's gonna have enough pace to come back past the bulk line slight. It's close. He might still take brown to right middle.
But got a good angle on the yellow. Just a little annoyance with the brown.
I'd really like to get to the left side of this table. Almost all of these reds are available to the lower right corner pocket.
He's like, kind of took a look at that green. I think the brown is hampering that potting angle. There's a beautiful shot of what Charlie has to deal with there.
Great pot.
As long as he just takes off reds off the table with colors, it's going to help him.
Yeah, he came a bit short of the line that he wanted, though. I think if he can get that cue ball another foot or so down towards the black, all these reds would have choice of reds to the right corner. It'd be a huge moment because this could really become a match-winning break. Not out of it yet, though. It's almost still possible.
That's a huge rush shot. That was a great shot there. Every shot now, just the pressure, the tension just builds. Charlie's just got to calm his nerves, just feel like it's a walk in the park. Just sitting back home, Whistler, taking young Jack, his son, out for a stroll.
He lacked the left-hand side on that shot to come around the black nicely, so unfortunately it's going to be end of break.
Break has a 43-point lead.
Still plenty of reds to play for, but definitely now, if CC was feeling the pressure earlier, it's going to be much more so now.
Yeah, 75 points on the table.
He's got a shot to nothing. This lowest red to the right corner. It's in the cue ball with the top spin up and down. It's caught it thick, but that was his cue ball. It's a little bit far, but enough to cover most of the reds. I think you can see the right edge of this stack though. Just wants to be careful not to catch too thin and clip the red along the right long cushion. Be a big mistake. He's almost caught it too thin now. Pace essential.
Yeah, a little pacey. Would love to obviously be in the bulk area, but just looking at those cluster of 4 reds. Think that's a plant there. Let's see. Tricky by our camera angles.
close, but not quite.
Those two reds to the right of the black, the top one closer to the cue ball. Just wondering if that could be a potential shot to nothing for Charlie if that red passes by the red that's just left of the black spot. He can come off the top cushion and the side cushion and get himself back into bulk.
He's going to need some left-hand side as well. He's taking the top red. Watch out, cue ball. Where is it going? Yikes.
Yeah, you don't want to just give him points. Fortunately enough, there's not really any easy sitting shot there for CC.
And there's a pot. It's not going to end up too nicely on a color, but still shows you still in this match. Hasn't lost his nerve or his bottle, as they might say in the UK, right?
Yeah. Do you run up to one of these ball colors, Christian, or, you know, there's an angle on the brown to take him down. He's going to take his medicine.
Yeah, it looks pretty good to me.
I don't discredit that shot, obviously, because if that brown was to miss, it'd be sending the cue ball down to where the reds are. But if he is to make the brown, that just will just beam himself with confidence.
Yeah, it's going to have to clip off the edge of this red. Left side, if you can see it, maybe a tiny bit of swerve. Oh, bottom red, okay. That red he clipped is going to be maybe sticking out enough to have a shot to nothing. Problem is red nearest the black spot. It's going to require CC to sort of stun his cue ball a bit more and definitely can make the pot much more difficult.
I think a decider in a quarterfinal match, such a prestigious open tournament, every shot is difficult.
Another good pot from CC, but doesn't get a cannon to stay on a red, on a yellow, sorry, color. I don't know. Couldn't think of the right word. He's on the yellow.
True. Could have done, yeah. I think he was hoping a cannon into either a red or one of those high value colors down there just to stay around there. Look, he's kind of, I think he's pretty straight on this. He might have to draw this back quite a lot, so got to get that rest out of there pretty quick.
Yeah, good control. Now he's prime on this red.
Saving grace for Charlie Brown is that red on the right cushion.
The way this angle lays too, I think he can just stun it exactly. Don't think he really needs a stun draw shot on this this red just below the pink. Want his cue ball to just go past the pink without cannoning it. He wants to get on. Can also choose to go forward a bit for black. A bit riskier, I think that shot would be. Oh, he got there for the black. He had a little bit more angle than I expected, so decent shot. And not obstructed on the queuing either, so.
Did we really think this decider was going to be a runaway? It's going to be tight all the way down to the end.
This is the key shot here. This would make it a real chance for CC. Needs it to go, needs it to go.
Has he got enough?
It's close. I think his body language tells me yes. We don't quite have the
Shaking his
angle.
head a little bit when he came around the table. But, you know, it's like every snooker player. I've never seen them really satisfied with a shot until the last ball is dropped and they can lift the trophy. Always could just make it that much better. They're a perfectionist, but this is a great shot onto the black. Draw it back nicely to be on that red to the right of it. Charlie's just got to be hoping just for one chance. Like you could take this red in, get on good position on the black, and hopefully draw back to develop that red against the cushion. That's the saving grace right now for Charlie Brown. Leading by 19 points. Just hoping he can come back to the table, looking at the scoreboard. Because no color ball is really in trouble here.
I think you play a stun shot here for pink next. Glide it up the table, get fairly straight. You're going to be playing safety on this last red anyway.
Yeah.
It's got to be guaranteeing the points more than anything.
Pretty straight on. I don't think there's any angle on this pink that you can use to develop the red.
Oh,
don't hook yourself.
It's gone forward. So just lifted his tip at the last minute there. I imagine he was going to try to just get pretty flat parallel line with the red so he can just clip off the edge of it, but now he's got to send it. Oh, he maybe still has that shot if he can see the left edge. Now he's going to try to hold the cue ball here. Needs it to creep past the brown. He's frozen it. It's okay.
Yeah. Does that brown, that red past that brown? I think it's a little too tight to go to the green pocket.
Now I'm just going to double it, trying to get behind yellow. This pot is technically on. Red sticking out a bit more than the camera tells us. From this angle, this looks fairly potable.
Definitely thin cut.
That's pretty thin. I think safety is in order though.
Yeah, you always make the mistake of doing it too thick.
This could be a good cue ball. Not quite. I think this is a pot that Charlie's going to be taking on. 12 ahead. One red on the table. Talked about this earlier. First frame, he was quite cautious with these shots and a bit of frustration in some other shots. He ended up going for more offensive game, and now he's back in it. Do you think he goes defense or?
Well, whatever he decides, he has to fully commit, not think of that other shot. The shot that he wants to take has to be in full-blooded.
Needs the yellow, needs the help from the yellow.
Didn't get it. Oh.
No, it's not there.
Is that Charlie's last shot here? The 2024 Seattle Snooker Open. He's hoping not. Shake of head. Mike Dominguez looking on intently. CC with that compressed telescope extension.
Compressed telescopic extension. I like that.
Take the green, draw back for the yellow. It's all about keeping your composure here. Charlie just can't even look. gum might turn into confetti pretty soon.
This would be
Well,
quite the clutch clearance for CC if he can manage this. He is a right-hander, so this does favor him, but looks like he is going to be stretching a bit if he doesn't choose to use the rest. A little bit nervy this shot if you have to use the rest, I'd say.
mm-hmm. Reaching for his mini butts. CC with all the tools there. Gonna want to come off the cushion.
Does have enough pace. Looks good to stay
Does look good.
fairly straight.
Most painful place to be in the universe. Sitting in your chair, you can't do anything as your opponent just racks up the points, pleading for one more chance. There's going to be some big emotion definitely at the climax of this match. Whoever wins, should be some big hugs for both players.
Oh, he's
Ooh.
overrun it. Puts his head down.
Oh, he's made it difficult.
Is this the chance Charlie Brown needs?
Hopes, praise.
Huge amount of pressure on this last pot.
Mm-hmm.
Don't need the black. Keep your cue ball safe. Put all effort into it.
All here for frame and match CCU. And it's there. Wow, put it
Nails
right
it.
down to the pocket. Look at that emotion. He knows that. That was a big, big win. Charlie's got to be hurting pretty bad on that one, but you know, that match could have gone either way. That was a great match. You know, I think there's going to be some more of that tomorrow when we kick off at 10 a.m. Pacific time here at the Seattle Snooker Open of 2024 at the Ox Billiards Snooker and Pool Club. Call it that? Or the Ox Billiards?
Ox Billiards, period.
Ox Billiards, period.
Not
There's no snooker, there's no pool, but they do play snooker and pool in here. But it's Ox Billiards. There's a good shot of our great tournament director there, Jamie Miller. He's done a fantastic job. So please join us tomorrow on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch TV under the Ox Billiards channel. Christian Youngers, it's been fantastic with you in the booth and doing all your tech wizardry today. Been a great time. And it's David Burney saying good night, everybody. And we'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m.